Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a tarot unboxing haul thing. I actually have another deck coming in, and I was going to wait until that got here, but I'm impatient. And you know, what's another tarot video, you know? So, my husband was nice enough, I'll start with this one, was nice enough to gift me with this, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, and I posted a picture of it on Instagram a while ago. I think it was a week or so ago, and I've seen, you know, when it first came out, or when I first saw it up for pre-order, I was really thinking, well, I was kind of up in the air if I wanted it or not, you know. And then I've been seeing more and more videos on the tarot deck, and now that I'm, you know, I've started my tarot journey to, you know, getting to learn the tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith system, and seeing the videos that I saw, I thought this would be a great deck. Now, I'm not going to use it with the tarot book that I'm studying with, but I thought it would be like a great companion piece because, well, first let's go with the guide. So here's the guidebook. Oh, my camera is just, I've had this webcam forever, and I'm pretty sure it's probably time to get a new one. But here's the tarot book, the tarot guide, and it's pretty thick. Oops, there you go. It's pretty thick, and it tells you about the cards. You have information about the deck, and what I like is that it gives you, if you can see, keywords and correspondences. So I like that. What I also like is you get a description about, or information about the image. Wait, can we? And I close my curtains so we won't have that bright sun. Still get kind of a glare. But you get the story, you get the information on the image itself, you get the story, and then you get the meaning of the card. And I love that idea. I love that. And then you also get like a little message, or whatever you want to call it, of the card. Oops, here we go. So the Magician is being the change. And I know, okay, so like the Fool. Okay. So the Fool is jumping for joy. You know, and I like that. Let's see. Do we get spreads in here? Because I can't remember. Let's see. So get about the deck. Some thoughts on using the deck. Then I think we kind of just jump into, yep, so you don't get spreads in here. But, and this is not going to be a flip through of the deck. So I'm just going to show some cards. But what I found interesting about this, what appealed to me about this deck is that, to me, I feel like it's very readable. You get like the meaning of the cards in the pictures without really that's Deanna singing to herself. I thought the baby was crying. She's not even in the crib anymore. I cannot explain to you why when she wakes up from her nap, she won't come out. She calls for people. And I'm like, little girl, you're in a bed, you know how to open doors. I don't understand. Anyways, you don't have to know the esoteric symbols, is what I mean to say. Also, I don't really feel like there's Christian undertones to this deck. It's just everyday life. Here's the backs. It's cute. So yeah, if you do reversals, you can do reversals. Although I feel like, oh, it's a nervous habit. I need to stop doing that. My cuticles are a wreck. feel like even if the backs aren't upside down, you can still do reversals. Because, I mean, while you know that card is reversed, you don't know what card it is until you flip it, right? I don't know. Anyways. So, like here, you can see, you know, it's clear what this card means. You can just take in just what you see. So you see this man, and he seems happy. I mean, he's on the precipice. He looked like he's about to fall off, but he's happy. Every danger that you can possibly imagine is around him. I mean, why is there a cat up here? And the cat knocked over the paint. He could slip on that paint. You know. But at the same time, to me, there's symbols that bring you joy in this card. And like I said, I'm just learning tarot. So I do not have committed to memory what the Fool exactly means. So this is just my, you know, I see danger, but I see, okay, let me not say I see danger. I see potential danger, but I also see signs of happiness. I'm getting, oh, that's my stepson. Is he here already? Okay. So, oh, that was my stepson. Just came for a visit. And so while he came, I thought it'd be a good time to take a trip to the mailbox. And my next deck is in. So, but first, let me just finish with this one. So I forgot where I left off at. But anyways, it looks like, you know, possible danger, but also some happy little, you know, rainbows are happy, right? Positive. So, but yeah, so, and I was talking about this deck, and I was like, I would really love to have this deck. And so the hubster bought it for me, and I thought that was just amazing. So that's the mage, some of the cards in the Major Arcana. And then some of the minors. Oh yeah, I'm still getting messages. What's going on? You just can't let me be. So there's that deck. Out of the way. And now these next two are decks that I've put off for so long, and I've wanted for so long. And, this one is the Tarot of the Elves. I believe this is a low Scarabeo deck. Yep. And I didn't bring it in here with me, but I did get the book as well. I didn't get the kit. I actually ordered the book by accident, which was part of the kit. Thinking I was getting the tarot deck, and I did not read the whole description. And so I got the deck. So I have the kit, in effect. Just, you know, separate. Got them separately. So I didn't bring the book in here, but the deck comes with the little white book. And I've wanted this one for a few years, and I always put it off. And then so on Amazon, now that I see that it's looking a little sketchy, I mean, like, maybe it's out of print, or maybe it's going out of print. I don't know. So, but it's the Tarot of the Elves. And let's go closer. And I wish oh, it's my husband's window glare. I was gonna say, I got my curtains drawn. I don't know where that glare is coming from, but. And here's the backs. Now this is traditional size cards, whereas the Everyday Enchantment Tarot is a larger card, much larger. Like, let's see. There's one card. The cardstock is really good though. It's thick. It's not glossy, but it's very smooth. But here. A part of me wants to trim it, but I don't know. I would keep the bottoms, you know. Maybe the sides and the top. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it for now because I'm still new to that sort of thing. Let's go to some other cards. Here. So like I said, this is not a full flip through. And it is those digital manipulated kind of a deck, but I don't know. I always loved Elves. Maybe that's why it spoke to me. I love Elves. I feel like I would connect to Elves more than like fairies. Like fairy energy, I would connect to Elves much more. Sure. That. And then this one. This is the one. This is the one I've wanted for the last few years. This is the Tarot Nefertari, or Nefertari. I usually say Nefertari. Tarot Nefertari, and there's that gold gilding, and when I get up good in there. Yes, okay. And it too has obviously the little white book. Different languages. Yep, different languages. Low Scarabeo. So, okay. So, I don't think these are in order. Are they? No, they are not in order. Okay. So, and that's fine. I'm cool. Here's the backs. And then the cards themselves. And if you can see the gold foiling on there. I have wanted this deck for years. And you know what I like? And I hope it's not a defect on my... You know what? And if it is a defect, I'm loving it. I don't think so, though. What I like... okay. So, you know, you go to, like, the Egyptian pyramids, temples, and they have the hieroglyphs, the wall depictions and art and things like that. And it's weathered over time. The cards have that. Do you see how it looks worn? Like it's weathered. Like it's, you know, time. The elements have weared away at the images. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see if I can find any cards in the Major Arcana. So we have the Emperor. There's Temperance. And there's some more of the minors. Let's see, do we have... see if there's any more. Oops. Major Arcana that I can find. Here's the Devil. I wonder if that's what's it called? Ape? I know there's a story, I can't quite bring it to mind, but of Ra riding his chariot and keeping at bay. Ape? No, I don't know. So if I remember, I'm gonna look that up and see, because now I'm curious. And these are depictions from actual wall art, because I remember I watch a lot of Egyptian documentaries and stuff like that, and I've always had a fascination with Egypt from I don't even know how old. And this is an image I've seen a lot. In fact, this is one of the images I don't think this is it. There's one. No, I think it's Isis. I think she's breastfeeding Horus, or Horus as a child. I can't remember. But they attribute that image of Isis holding Horus as a child to the Virgin Mary and the baby Jesus. So there's the lovers and the tower. So yes, I think this is actually, out of all of these, I think this is the one that I'm most excited to have gotten, because of the fact that this is one that I've wanted for so many years, and I finally, and why I always put it off was it was $40 something, and you know, when I was working, I kept, oh, I'll get it later, you know, there's better things I could spend money on for the kids and blah blah blah, and I always put it off. And now that I'm not working, you know, and you know, I get money from my husband, and my mom loves to help out, so there's that, you know. So I finally just like, nope, got my hands on some money, I'm getting it. I'm getting this deck. Now this deck is a deck that, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little iffy about purchasing this edition, because I really loved the first edition, and I put off so long from getting the first edition that I lost out on being able to get the first edition. And then when the second edition came out, same situation. Third edition came out, same situation. And I'm pretty sure there'll be more editions after this one, and maybe if so, I'll get one of those too. But I was like, I gotta stop putting things off. Stop making excuses to not splurge on myself. You know, like I buy like a lot of like arts and craft stuff and everything, but I don't splurge on these things. These are things I get on sale, coupons and sales. I very rarely pay full price. Even my sewing machine I got on sale with a coupon, so I paid $50 for something that would have been $100, and that's like cheap for sewing machines. $100 is cheap in and of itself. So I said, you know what, bump it, I get it. And so I got Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot, and this is her gold edition. And one of the things again why I was like, I don't know, was because of the fact that I saw that it's thick. And as I've mentioned time and time again, I have small hands. Like look at this. Look at my hand. Right, just this small. You know. So I was apprehensive about, will I be able to shuffle comfortably and blah blah blah. And then I was like, you know what? I have plenty of oracle decks that are too big for my hands. Like the size, like the everyday Enchantment tarot. Those suckers are big for my hand. But gotta be smarter than the box. But I got them, and I'll make it work. So I figured I'll make this work too. I don't remember I know early editions didn't have this box, and I can't remember if the 3rd edition did, but this has the magnetic closure, sturdy, pretty sturdy box. These don't look like they're in order either, but it is gilded, gold gilded, but it's a muted gold, which I like. I'm just gonna list out a little bit so I can see these cards better. And if I show the cards and it's not working out, I'll turn off the light. And then I debated. I said, you know, if I don't like, and it comes with a card of Dame Darcy. I said to myself, you know, if I don't like the gilding or the borders, because they're thicker borders, looks like than the previous ones, and they're more structured borders than the previous one. The previous ones I like the borders because they kind of like wavy, kind of like imperfect, you know, and I like that. But I think I'm gonna be happy with this deck. Here's the back. The back looks a bit more deeper in color, I think, from what I've seen in videos. But the cards are thick. It is a thick card stock. I like cards that are not glossy. Doesn't mean I won't use cards that are glossy, but I do prefer. So here's the High Priestess, the Tower. They absolutely are not in order. So we'll just go through a few. I might do flip throughs of these decks. I have not decided yet. Just to show a few. You know what? I think I'm gonna be happy with this purchase. It might not have, some of the cards might be different from the 1st edition, and the card stock is different, and the borders are different, and the borders are colored now. This color, they weren't this color before, I don't think. And I know they weren't gilded before, but I think I'm happy. I think I'm glad I got it. Glad I splurged. So, you know, every month I get money to spend, and I put it usually towards groceries and everything, and you know, a little something for me here and there, cheap, but I'm glad I splurged this month. Definitely won't be able to get another deck this month, but I'm okay. So that is my tarot unboxing. So thanks for watching, and blessed be.